What's up, video shooting pandas? Hey, just picked up this Monopod, better known as a selfie stick, off Amazon. This is the Z07-5, and you can see here it goes up to 1005 millimeters. Steel, comes in a variety of different colors. Not only does it have a battery, but it has Bluetooth, and so you can kind of control the shutter of your phone. Just want to show you this version too, as I'm kind of looking for a selfie stick that'll be my go-to. Wow, this one came in pink. I think I just got it in a random color. Or maybe I like pink. Maybe I'll call it like fuchsia. And here's the cradle. Looks like it comes with a micro USB. I'm getting 1,000,000 of these bad boys to charge it. Looks like we get a little spacer or something here. So we'll not entirely sure what that's for yet. Just thought I'd show it to you here. So we do have the back here with a micro USB port. And then we also have the power button off and on. Just a little hardware button. And it seems to go to the off position fully, but it doesn't seem to go to the on position fully. I think it'll be on. I don't see any LED lights or anything indicating that's on yet, but I think it'd be a little more... Oh, there we go. Yeah, I don't know that I got it there yet. I think it would be a little more satisfying if you got a nice click on it when you moved it over, but it just kind of slides back and forth. All right. The thing is pretty thin. This is like all silicone textured, but it's, it's thinner than a golf club. It's kind of the thickness of a tripod leg, so it's not super thick. I'd actually probably even prefer it a little thicker just to kind of have a little more surface area and a little easier to grasp. You do have your power button. No, I mean, you do have your shutter button, power button down here, shutter button up here. Press to activate that. On iOS, it's going to be kind of the same as your volume up button, which will start or stop the video or take a picture, those types of things. You have an extendable steel rod here, and it's just to pull out on tension. Now, you do have a lot of steps up, so I don't think they're lying when they're talking about how long this thing can get. Yeah, that's pretty friggin' long, right? That's not bad. We'll see how that works in real life when we take a peek at it outside. I do want to tell you that the total length from the end of the metal post, which will be right at the base of the mount, to the back of the handle here is just about 38.25 inches. So depending where you hold it, you might have really 32 inches beyond your hand. So pretty long. But I do like that these bars that are just under tension, because you can kind of quick get a length that you want. I shouldn't say that. I don't hate, but I like when you can either twist it, extend it, and then twist it to latch it in, or just like this. There are some with little latches, like tripod legs, and my only issue with that is I like that they lock in place really well, but if you're quickly trying to get a length or an angle, because you're riding a train or taking a walk or something like that, they're not the easiest thing to quickly adjust. Now, on the top here, you have this kind of mounting system. So we have a screw here which will allow you to kind of get an angle, which I will probably want it up with the button here. So I will kind of turn it up, and then you tighten it down here with this screw. All right. And then you have, oops, let me get that out of the way. Then you have the screw right there that turns with this little cog, the little textured rubber base plate there, and that should fit right in here. Now, it looks like you could put it either way on the camera mount or the camera holder itself. This slides out, just kind of clicks in place. You can kind of see the indentations there. So it's under a little, I don't know. There's not a lot of resistance, but it clicks into place and holds in nicely. There's two foam pieces here, not sticky or rubbery, just foam. And then this, I'm assuming, is under tension. So, yep, that's under spring tension there. So you do have this to kind of brace it in horizontally, and then you have this kind of creating vertical pressure. And there's a little bit of foam. Might be a little hard to see here. I'm probably blocking the light. Little foam on the top there, so you don't have to worry too much about your phone getting damaged. But if you have a larger, smaller phone, I do like that you have this side brace as well. Most of the time, they're just kind of these vertical braces, but that's okay. I like that too. I like that they've kind of gone overboard here. Let's just go ahead and screw this on. I find that these little screws are sometimes hard to get really tight and to stay tight, but tighten that bad boy on as much as possible. Now, you could put this way too, I assume, assuming the camera isn't blocked, but if you want to use the selfie mode on your camera and have that full screen, shining back at you so you can see what the shot looks like, this is probably the way you'll want to do it. So, now we just need to take it outside and see how it works and charge it up. One thing I wanted to show you is that I did get this paired. You get a little blue blinking LED light down there when it's kind of in pairing mode and turned on. But, not a big deal, but you can see the silicone, covering has slid up here, maybe a third of an inch. And so the actual Bluetooth button, the actuator button, is right here, and the silicone mold is right there. So I'm going to have to actually pull it down, which isn't a big deal. But I do want to just mention that, some of these things aren't the highest quality ever. And now I can feel that little button underneath kind of the press button area where it's supposed to be. But keep that in mind if you're pressing that and not getting anything. Now let's go try the sucker out. All right, guys, so I got this selfie stick, pink one, set up, and I want to kind of bring up a couple of issues. So there are some things I think you've got to know. First of all, that power switch, as I was showing you in the video, I've got it on the shortest length right now, only maybe a section like this stuck out, but it's actually pretty nice to use. That power switch is kind of problematic in that it actually needs to be really perfectly aligned in order to work, and so that's one problem. And so it's kind of can easily get knocked off and on and lose the Bluetooth connection. Secondly, even when it's on and the Bluetooth is connected, I've found that hitting the switch on the handle here only kind of sporadically works, and I'm not sure if that's because of the power switch issue or what, but I wanted to bring that up too. The other thing that I will say is that, as I extend it out here now to its maximum length, is that, let me turn this down just a tad. So now we have it at its maximum distance. I do like these selfie sticks, they're pretty nice. Is that my camera, which is the 7 Plus, in this holder, clamp up at the top, the problem is it's kind of designed for a smaller phone, so it's actually hanging off the edge quite a bit, and that's kind of twisting the selfie stick in my hand, so particularly because I mentioned that it's a pretty thin selfie stick handle, kind of like only about like a dowel rod. It's a little awkward to hold because the whole camera keeps wanting to twist like this, kind of fall off the edge. And so that I'm not real happy with either. But it works, I mean, I would pick this up mostly just for the stick itself, kind of forget about the Bluetooth thing. The holder holding the phone is kind of, it works, but it's not perfectly balanced. And, it's a pretty mediocre selfie stick overall. Yeah, that's my opinion on it. The Monopod. If you want this one, I'll put a link to it in the description. Maybe you'll have better luck with it. Peter from Panda out. See, I'm hitting the button right now and it's not shutting off. So I gotta go up here.